Miley Cyrus is officially engaged to Maxx Morando, and the details of this high-stakes romance are proving that everything we thought we knew about her love life was wrong. While fans have been speculating about a wedding for months, the actual confirmation arrived in a way that only Miley could pull off, which was a mix of high fashion, a subtle red carpet reveal, and a massive diamond that basically broke the internet. This engagement is not just a standard celebrity milestone, because it marks the end of a 4-year low-key journey that began on a blind date and survived some of the biggest family drama in Hollywood history. We are going to look at why this engagement is different from her past with Liam Hemsworth and why the choice to elope might be the ultimate power move for a star who is tired of being a traditional bride. The first major receipt for this engagement dropped on Monday, December 1st, 2025, during the world premiere of James Cameron's Avatar: Fire and Ash in Los Angeles. Miley arrived wearing a black sequined ball gown that looked like something out of a classic Hollywood dream, but all eyes were on her left hand. By the 0:10 mark of her red carpet walk, photographers had already zoomed in on a massive cushion-cut diamond set in a chunky yellow gold band. This was not just a fashion accessory, because by Tuesday, December 2nd, reputable outlets like People and Page Six had confirmed through multiple sources that Miley and Maxx were officially taking things to the next level. Miley herself even teased the news during a Good Morning America interview on December 3rd, where she admitted that she was caught completely off guard by the proposal because she usually likes to control every situation, but this time she had completely surrendered to the moment. To understand the weight of this engagement, we have to look at the massive fracture within the Cyrus family, which is the real reason Miley is pushing for a secret elopement rather than a grand celebration. The reality of the Cyrus family dynamic is far more complicated than the happy photos suggest. Since 2023, the family has been split down the middle following the divorce of Billy Ray and Tish Cyrus. When Tish married actor Dominic Purcell in August of 2023, the world noticed that Miley was the maid of honor, while her siblings, Noah and Brayson, were conspicuously absent and reportedly at a Walmart in Alabama. This created a PR nightmare that Miley has been navigating for over 2 years. According to reports from insiders on December 12, 2025, Miley has decided that she cannot have a traditional wedding because choosing which family members to invite would create a permanent divide. If she invites her father, Billy Ray, she risks upsetting her mother, Tish, and if she invites Noah, it brings up the messy rumors regarding Noah's alleged past relationship with Dominic Purcell. Miley is choosing peace over tradition, and that means a ceremony with 0 family present. This is the ultimate shock to fans who expected a massive Nashville-style wedding, but the reality is that the family war has made a public wedding impossible. The most shocking aspect of this entire engagement is the secret financial and professional alignment between Miley and Maxx that has been happening behind closed doors since early 2024. While Maxx Morando is often portrayed as a laid-back indie drummer, the reality is that he has become a core pillar of Miley's multi-million-dollar business empire. According to financial records and album credits, Maxx was a key producer and songwriter on her Grammy-winning album Endless Summer Vacation and has a heavy hand in her upcoming project, Something Beautiful. Business insiders suggest that Maxx is not just a partner, but a creative director who helps Miley maintain her independence from major label interference. By December 2025, it was revealed that the couple had quietly moved into a $24 million Malibu estate together, which Miley purchased through a blind trust to ensure maximum privacy. The financial cost of maintaining this level of secrecy is staggering, with sources claiming Miley spends upwards of $50,000 a month on a specialized security detail that monitors the perimeter of her property to keep the paparazzi away from Maxx, who is notoriously camera shy. The jewelry ring itself is another major receipt that reveals Miley's new mindset and her departure from the past. Jewelry experts from the Diamond Pro and several high-end Los Angeles boutiques have analyzed the footage from the Avatar premiere, and the consensus is that the ring is a custom east-west set cushion-cut diamond. This specific orientation, where the diamond sits horizontally on the band, is a huge trend for 2026, but it also carries a deeper meaning. In jewelry psychology, an east-west setting represents a person who moves against the grain and values individuality over tradition. The stone is estimated to be between 4 and 6 carats, with a value exceeding $450,000. This is a stark contrast to the 3.5-carat Neolane ring she received from Liam Hemsworth in 2012, which was worth approximately $100,000 at the time. Maxx reportedly spent months working with designer Jockey Atch to source a conflict-free, ethically mined diamond because Miley has become increasingly vocal about sustainability and ethical luxury. This ring isn't just a symbol of love, it is a statement of Miley's upgraded status and her refined taste that has evolved since her bangers era. Looking at the granular timeline of their romance, we can see how calculated and steady this relationship has been compared to the chaotic energy of Miley's previous flings. They first met on a blind date in late 2021, which Miley described to British Vogue as a situation where she thought the worst that could happen is she would just leave. By New Year's Eve of 2021, Maxx was seen backstage at Miley's New Year's Eve party in Miami, and the chemistry was undeniable. Fast forward to the 66th annual Grammy Awards on February 4th, 2024. This was the night Miley won her first ever Grammy for the hit song Flowers, and Maxx was right by her side. During her acceptance speech, she thanked her team and her family, but she pointedly gave Maxx a look that fans interpreted as the moment she knew he was the one. This was a massive public validation for Maxx, who had previously stayed in the shadows of the indie music scene. The hourly breakdown of the engagement night itself is a story of low-key romanticism that contrasts with the typical Hollywood spectacle. According to a source close to the couple, Maxx proposed on the evening of Saturday, November 29, 2025, while they were staying at a secluded cabin in Big Sur, California. They had spent the afternoon hiking, and Maxx reportedly popped the question as the sun was setting over the Pacific Ocean. There were no photographers, no professional lighting, and no social media posts for the first 48 hours. Miley wanted to live in the reality of the moment before it became a public commodity. This shows a level of maturity that Miley has worked hard to achieve through therapy and a conscious effort to stay sober and stay grounded. She told a close friend on December 4th that for the first time in her life, she feels like she's with someone who isn't trying to change her or ride her coattails for fame. Maxx has his own career with the band Lily, and he is content to let Miley be the superstar while he provides the steady foundation. Another surprising detail involves the legal side of this engagement, which is something most fans don't want to think about, but is a huge reality for a star with a net worth of over $160 million. Legal experts suggest that Miley's legal team has likely been working on an ironclad prenuptial agreement since mid-2024. Because Miley has a massive catalog of music rights and several lucrative brand deals, including her partnership with Gucci, it is essential for her to protect her assets. Maxx is reportedly very supportive of this process, which is another sign of his lack of ego. In Hollywood, a smooth prenup negotiation is often a sign of a healthy relationship because it removes the financial tension from the emotional bond. Miley's experience with her divorce from Liam Hemsworth, which was finalized in early 2020, taught her the importance of having everything in writing before saying "I do." She is going into this marriage with her eyes wide open and her finances protected, which is the ultimate boss move for a woman who has been in the industry since she was a child. As we move toward the final payout of this story, we have to address the rumors about the wedding date. While the expectation is a massive summer wedding in 2026, the reality is that Miley and Maxx are likely already planning a December elopement in a foreign country. Italy and the south of France have been mentioned as potential locations where they can tie the knot in a private villa with only 2 witnesses and a photographer. Miley has reportedly told her inner circle that she wants the wedding to be for her and not for the internet. She is tired of the performance of celebrity life and wants her marriage to be the one thing she doesn't have to share with the world. This is why the Avatar premiere reveal was so brilliant, because it gave the public just enough to satisfy the hunger for news while keeping the truly intimate details safe. Miley Cyrus has entered her forever era with a man who understands her need for privacy and respect. The surprising details of her new romance aren't about a flashy wedding or a series of tabloid scandals, but about a woman who finally figured out what she needs to be happy. From the $450,000 ring to the plans for a secret elopement, Miley is proving that you can be one of the biggest stars in the world and still keep the most important parts of your life for yourself. Her growth from the wild child of the early 2010s to the sophisticated and grounded woman of 2025 is one of the most successful rebrands in music history. She has navigated family feuds, career peaks, and public heartbreaks to find a love that is quiet, steady, and real. The reality of her engagement to Maxx Morando is that it's the first time Miley is doing things entirely on her own terms, without seeking permission or approval from her family or the public. This is Miley Cyrus at her most powerful and her most authentic, and the world is lucky to witness this transformation. If you want to see how this fits into the larger pattern of her recent transformation, you should definitely click on our Fresh Celebrity Tea playlist to see the full breakdown of how Miley redesigned her entire life from the ground up to ensure she never has to settle for anything less than she deserves.